If I could have everybody's attention, please. If you would, please start taking your seats and filling in the available space. We're going to try to get started.
Everybody, hello. I want to welcome you here today and thank you for coming. This is a happy and a historic day for the Free Clinic because 20 years ago this month, Dr. Paul Mabe's idea and his dream came to life and the Free Clinic opened its doors. I think it was May 26 of 1998. A lot of volunteers helped to build the clinic and even more helped to man it once the doors opened. If there are any volunteers who were here during those early days, would you please raise your hand? I actually came out and drove some nails myself. Thank you very much for coming back. Thank you. Dr. Mabe's son, Alex, was a high school classmate of mine and at Reidsville Senior High School. And when I called him to let him know about this event, he said, "That is amazing. I can't believe it's been 20 years. And it is amazing. It is amazing and it's wonderful. Alex could not be with us today, but he did write a letter and send it, and I'm going to read a little bit of that for the group. So if you'll bear with me, this is from Alex Mabe. Though I'm not able to be present for the celebration of this 20-year milestone in the life of the Free Clinic of Rockingham County, I wanted to express my deepest appreciation for what you have accomplished. What a vision was born in the hearts of the men and women of Rockingham County that you would build such a legacy of compassion and generosity. Right now, we live in the shadows of this world that are all too often darkened by human misery, fear, self-centered desires, and prejudice. And yet there are among us patches of light that give us all hope. As the author C.S. Lewis wrote, any patch of sunlight that you find in the woods will show you something about the sun that you could never learn from reading books on astronomy. These are pure and spontaneous expressions of pleasure, and they are also patches of God light in the woods of our experience. Truly, the Free Clinic has been a patch of God light that has beckoned so many in need and led them to a place of comfort and healing and hope. I know in my father's life he was moved deeply by the light that he found in the people of Rockingham County, as they so willingly gave and sacrificially gave even more to build the clinic and to serve the people in need there. Through the years, I would like to believe that all of us who have served here and received care here have fully seen the vision of the Free Clinic, that each man, woman, and child can be patches of God light in this land of the shadows. I think these thoughts from Alex Mabe help sum up what the Free Clinic is all about. And we are all hopeful that for another 20 years we will be able to meet the needs of people who need medical care in Rockingham County. Thank you very much for coming. And if Joan Weisenbeck could come up here. Thank you.
I'm Joan Weisenbeck, a retired PA and the immediate past president of the Free Clinic of Rockingham County. I've been on the clinic board for about 5 years, and I'm so happy to be part of such an amazing organization. The Free Clinic, which started as a dream of Paul Mabe's, and which was built and nurtured by so many others, has grown with the times, the changing times and needs of our community. We now take care of not only Rockingham County's working poor, but also the unemployed, the homeless, and we now accept Medicaid. We pride ourselves on excellence. We are a community caring for a community. Here to tell you more about that is Randy Jordan, who is a graduate of the University of Florida College of Pharmacy and Florida State University Colleges of Law and Public Administration. Randy has worked as a pharmacist, a lawyer, a nonprofit leader, and consultant. His experience includes the development of managed care organizations and healthcare provider networks. Having worked in both the corporate and non-corporate sectors, Randy served from 2008 to 2015 as CEO of Hope Worldwide Limited, an international humanitarian aid organization. He became CEO of the North Carolina Association of Free and Charitable Clinics in July 2016 and has been a big help to us through that. Randy Jordan.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Joan, and thank you to Kim and the Board of Directors of the Free Clinic for inviting me to be here today. I also want to honor the mayor for being here, who you'll hear from later, as well as the family members of Dr. Mabe, who I've learned has played such an important role in the history of this clinic. And I have a special welcome message for those of you that are standing in the sun. I want you to realize that I am too, so I hopefully won't keep you here too long. This is truly a celebration of not only the 20th anniversary of the clinic, but it's a celebration of the goodness of humanity. It represents, I think, the best and the highest ideals of what we can do as human beings when we choose to care about other people. And so I'm so thankful to be here with you today. This clinic, as you know from others who have spoken and from that sign, actually not that sign, but it was founded in May 1998. And it represents the vision of this fine gentleman here, Dr. Paul Mabe, a long-range planning group from the First Baptist Church across the street, and more than 100 dedicated and committed volunteers who chose to bring this clinic into reality. And I think it's a true testimony of the level of compassion, care, and commitment that exists here in Reidsville and throughout Rockingham County. You should be congratulated. I want to tell you a little bit about the statewide context for what we're celebrating today. Your founding follows by only a few years the founding of the North Carolina State Association of Free and Charitable Clinics. And across the state now we have 85 clinic sites like this one that are providing a wide range of medical services to more than 75,000 people in our state who have absolutely no health insurance. Where would they go if free clinics didn't exist? The services that are provided through those clinics range from primary care to treatment for chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension. Some clinics offer pharmacy services, others offer dental services, and some provide even behavioral health services. Because the design of these clinics is to put the patient first, we also find that clinics provide a host of social and life services like transportation, food, clothing, housing-related services. And all of this is provided for free at an average cost of only $400 per patient per year, yet each patient receives more than $3,000 in value of medical and social services. And let me add just one more thing. Just because someone is uninsured and economically challenged does not mean that they will receive second-rate health care when they come to a clinic like this one. Our health outcome measures across the state in the treatment of diabetes and hypertension are scoring on par and in some cases higher than state and national averages for these diseases. So I'm very proud today to represent free and charitable clinics and be a part of this family. But now let me tell you what impresses me about this clinic. in its leadership. I'm pleased to report that the Free Clinic of Rockingham is truthfully one of our all-stars. In 2005, as it was mentioned earlier, the clinic's leadership made a pledge to extend care to all of Rockingham County, and now in fact care is being delivered not only here in Reidsville, where we are today, but also in Eden and in Madison. Your clinic is providing a medical home for more than 625 unique patients each year who receive more than 2,500 medical visits at no or minimal cost to the patient. The value of these services delivered through this clinic exceeds $1 million per year. I'm also proud of the fact that the Free Clinic of Rockingham County is one of only 28 clinics in our state accredited by our state association. I want to tell you that's a voluntary accreditation, and those that work in the healthcare industry know that it's a big lift to do accreditation, go through that process. But the leadership of this clinic has chosen to do so voluntarily because they want to continue to improve the quality of services that are rendered here. And maybe something that's a little less known is that due to having accomplished this distinction in our state, the clinic will achieve national accreditation in 2019 because our standards are being grandfathered in by the National Association. Now, your clinic was also recognized by our association as one of the top performers in the areas of diabetes and hypertension treatment. And without telling any secrets, I can confirm that the clinic is in the running this year to be confirmed to achieve that status again. And those social and life services, well, you only have to look in the backyard of this clinic and you'll find a community garden there providing fresh vegetables for those that are in need. And the clinic is closely connected with the social service providers in Rockingham County so that our patients get all of the care that they need, not just medical care, but social care that sustains their lives in the most healthy possible way. You have so much to be proud of here as you support the clinics here in Rockingham County. You have a very committed board of directors. You have a dedicated and talented staff led by Kim Ryder, and you have some of North Carolina's finest volunteers. And it's a real honor for me to be included in today's celebration. And I commend you two for showing your generous spirit by just being here and honoring this celebration today by your presence. I'd like to close, though, with a quick story. One of my goals is to visit every single free clinic in North Carolina, and I'm closing in on reaching that goal now. But I had a recent visit to the clinic in Albemarle. And as I pulled up, I was dressed kind of like this because I had a speech to give to the Albemarle Rotary Club later. So I was wearing my suit, pulled up in the car, got out of my car, and this gentleman in the car next to me got out of his car and he stopped me. And he said, "Sir, I don't know who you are, but you seem to be dressed in an important way, and you must have something to do with this clinic. And I just want to tell you that if this clinic didn't exist, I would not be alive today. I have a cardiac condition, I didn't have insurance, and I just don't know what I would have done had I not walked through the doors of this clinic and received the care and the medication that I need." And he said, "I just want to say thank you to you for your role in this clinic." Well, the truth is, I didn't have very much at all to do with that moment. But people like you do have everything to do. And so I want to pass along on behalf of that patient and the ones exactly like it, the 675 that come, 675 that come through these doors, I want to offer to you a great big thank you because you are truly changing their lives for good. Thank you very, very much.
Pulling out the notes again. Hi, everybody, again. Stokes Ann Hunt, Annie Penn's Director of Community Outreach, Physician Recruiting, and the Annie Penn Hospital Foundation, is here today with us. She began her career at Watts School of Nursing in Durham, North Carolina, and has over 25 years of experience in hospital and physician quality assessment, working for both Duke Regional Hospital and Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. She is a registered nurse with a master's degree in healthcare administration She also has a lead role in developing the Rockingham County Community Foundation. Help. And the health needs assessment. Facilitating Rockingham County's diabetes task force as well. This busy lady collaborates often with our free clinic to improve the health of the underserved in Rockingham County. Through Annie Penn Hospital, she is a great friend and supporter of our clinic. I am happy to introduce to you Stokes Ann Hunt.
Thank you, Joan. As a Rockingham County resident, a former free clinic board member and volunteer, it is my honor to be here and address you today. In 2008, I was on the team that went to Tampa and brought back the title, which is on the building here, of the All-America City for the city of Reidsville. And the free clinic had a really major role in winning that title for Reidsville, North Carolina. Annie Penn Hospital provides charity care for the uninsured, and those are the patients that come to our emergency department. But we know those patients need care before and after those emergency room visits. So we are honored to be a partner and collaborate with the free clinic to assist that population of patients. We have collaborated with them for over the 20 years that they've been here. So I have some documentation that we've had at Annie Penn since the very first Blue Ribbon Steering Committee that was formed in the summer of 1996. And that actually turned into the first board of directors for the free clinic. One of the notes notes that a local philanthropist, Mrs. B. Penn Moore, graciously donated $150,000 to the cause. With her gift, land and a building for the clinic was purchased on South Main Street here in Reidsville. Ms. Moore then agreed that the remaining funds be used to establish an endowment for the clinic. So we would like to honor her and her memory today. The Blue Ribbon Committee then had a memo sent to them September the 23rd from Dr. Paul Mabe. He noted, "Let me thank each of you for your willingness to serve. I feel strongly you should understand the basic concept of free clinics and how we will likely give presence to the dream. As you remember, I stressed the importance of hopefully getting an executive director in place early in our game plan. So before advertising, we will need to have some monies in sight to be able to complete the hiring process. After talking with Ms. Fitzgibbons this morning, and this is Susan Fitzgibbons, now Susan Shoemaker, who at that time was president of Annie Penn Hospital. Now she is president of the Cone Health Foundation. Annie Penn has given promise to providing up to $3,000 per month until further funding is available to accomplish securing this position." Then Susan sends an email on that same day to all of the managers at Annie Penn Hospital, again September 1996. Almost 25% of our emergency department patient population is self-pay, meaning they have no means of paying. They have no insurance. So our assistance should literally pay for itself by cutting down some of these visits. And indeed it did. We still have a high uninsured rate in Rockingham County, but it has made a difference. Annie Penn has provided $26.5 million in an uncompensated care just this past fiscal year. And to the free clinic, Annie Penn has donated over $900,000 for the past 20 years. And I also now would like our Penn nurses to at least raise their hand. Annie Penn supports a congregational care nurse program called the Penn Nursing Program, people engaged in neighborhood nursing, and they have been a liaison between the free clinic and these patients, and we thank them for what they've done. So I am pleased to represent Annie Penn today and to share with you the commitment that we have had over these 20 years. I hope that the next 20 years leads to a decrease in chronic disease in this county, an increase in insurance for the patients that do not have insurance, and an improvement in that uninsured rate. Rockingham County has an uninsured rate of 16% right now, so we are hoping that we can improve these values. I'll continue to look forward to a great partnership with the Free Clinic as they compassionately meet the needs of this community that we live in. And we need assistance from everyone here today to continue to support this free clinic and give presence to Dr. Mabe's dream. Thank you.
You all know Jay Doniger as the mayor of Reidsville. When you tour our facility in a few moments, look at the wall and you will see pictures of the clinic's history. You may notice that he was in those photos as well. And yes, he was there at the original ribbon cutting, and yes, he was mayor then as well. Another great friend of the Free Clinic of Rockingham County, it's my great pleasure to introduce Mayor Jay Doniger.
If I could have Councilman Hairston come up and Councilwoman Walker, please come forward, and Councilwoman Scoble. We passed a proclamation at our monthly meeting this past Tuesday night, and what I would recommend is, you're all standing out here in the sun. I'm going to forego reading this here. You can read it inside. I would much rather emphasize that this is a good example of where actions speak louder than words. You walk into many communities, oh, we're a caring community. I can tell you Reidsville is a caring community, and the Free Clinic is proof of that. We've lived it now for 20 years. Many of you don't know that we are the smallest city that had and set up a free clinic. But it takes people like Dr. Paul Mabe to have the vision, but it takes people like Mrs. B. Penn Moore to pony up the cash to say, I'm going to put a stake in the ground, either you're with me or you're against me. And everybody has stepped up to that challenge, and we really have something that we should all be proud of. Not just what was done 20 years ago, but what we're doing now. So with those words, I'm welcome to turn the podium over to either one of these council members, because we would not have got this done without council members like this 20 years ago, of which I guess only James and I can say we were there then. But these three are certainly continuing that legacy. Thank you very much.
All right, the good news is that I am the last name on the speaker agenda, so everyone give a round of applause because you'll be out of sun soon. Right. I would like to invite up two very special guests, Anna and Amani Jenkins, and they are Dr. Mabe's great-granddaughters. You know, we lost a true beacon in our community when Dr. Mabe passed away in October of 2012. And so, why don't y'all come on this side of me? And so we wanted to have someone representing Dr. Mabe to cut these ribbons. But I told the girls they weren't going to get off that easy, because what was your most favorite thing about coming here today? Aside from honoring your great-great-grandfather. Okay, I'll rat y'all out. They got to get out of school early. So in honor of that, we're going to have a pop quiz. All right? So this is the mission of the Free Clinic of Rockingham County. I cannot say this in all one breath, all right? Because health and well-being create the foundation for all human endeavors, the clinic's mission is to help provide medical, dental, and pharmacy care to those who are uninsured or without the means for such care. Okay, go ahead. Say it again. Yeah, I can't do it. Okay. But see, this is where your great-great-grandfather was very smart. He knew that no one would be able to remember that. So he boiled it down to something really simple. It's with hearts and hands together, serving with compassion. And if you ever don't remember it, it's on the sign back there. So if anybody asks you, just make sure you're near the sign. So, you know, and the clinic has changed so much in 20 years, but compassion has been the key throughout. You know, it is the compassion that is the focus of everything we do here. It's what enabled First Baptist Church to help spearhead Dr. Mabe's vision. It's what led BPenn Moore to donate the funds that paid to build this building. And it's what led all of you to volunteer here. And so that's kind of the key. It also even continually leads Annie Penn Hospital to give more money than I will ever make in my entire life to the clinic over a 20-year period. All right? So even though we've changed, for the next 20 years, we will still be compassionate. We might not do it in the same way we do it right now, but it is our pledge to you that we will be compassionate in doing it. And you can applaud again because I'm done with my speech. And I would like to invite Diane Sawyer up, and she's going to head up the ribbon cutting. I would also like to invite Dr. Upchurch, who is representing First Baptist, Mayor Doniker, and the other council members who are representing the great city, and Stokes Ann Hunt with the scissors representing the hospital, and then you can do what you need to do.
And I'd just like to say, on behalf of the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce, congratulations to the free clinic and to the community to be able to celebrate such a wonderful service that we have here. And we're very thankful. And coming from a health education background personally, I understand the need and the value of this. So congratulations on 20 years, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of this. All right, so we're going to move right over here. Justin and Kayla, if y'all want to come down here, girls, right here, we're going to have the ribbon sticks in. You're going to hand the ribbon of us. Jay on this end.
No, I'm
Do we need to try to move to get this, to let the sign be in there? All right, so if I can have everybody stand over this way a little bit, Jay, I'll let you stand in there. Girls, I'm gonna have you stand here. We talked about it. I think we'll be okay. So we're gonna, y'all open it up. We're gonna do a practice. And we're gonna do a practice. And these, all these folks have done it, so they're helping with it. So just hold it there for right now. Just hold on to it there. All right. So we're gonna take a couple practice shots. If y'all will look here, I'm just gonna take one here, and then I'm gonna move. Okay. I'll help hold you up if you need me to.
Yeah, let's take care of y'all. Step just there. We go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, you want to count it down?
All right, Kim, what, any other?
Let's get the board members in.
Okay, so if we can have all the free clinic board members join us, please. Sorry, girls, y'all can take a break for a second if you need to.
No pressure.
Gonna put some more behind you.
That's right.
And y'all direct them. Yep, no, you're good. So we're gonna try to leave this open, they want this to the side, so if y'all can just gather kind of in a group on the sides, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much. Perfect. So you good? You okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
If a
okay.
few more people want to step on this side and like kind of get in the windows, that'd be good
That's
too.
perfect, if y'all can kind of slide your faces in. Yeah, Scott, you step in there behind us, perfect.
And y'all can actually come forward a little bit if you want to. There we go.
Yes, ma'am.
Morgan, I can't see you. I can see everybody else. Morgan, I can't see you.
Calling me out in front of everybody.
I'm sorry. I know your name. Okay, ready when you guys are.
All right, so we're gonna do it anymore? Are you ready to, whoops. Are you ready to cut, Liz? This is it, and cut with this picture. Okay. All right, girls. Y'all got it tight, Jay and Cherry? And y'all got it ready together, girls? You gotta do it fast and hard. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Way to go. Awesome.
one more picture. And everyone who has ever volunteered at the free clinic, we want to get your picture. So it's going to be like, it's what they're going to look at in 20 years at the 40th anniversary. They're going to say, who's that? So
All volunteers.
everybody
if
who's
you've
ever
volunteered
volunteered,
here at the free
come
clinic,
on, let's
you'll
take a
make your way
picture.
up here. Yes, sir, you will. Volunteers and employees. Is everybody? All right, so we need to. Depends on the angle of the picture. You good? Are we good? I will get out of this.
All right, everybody look good?
Everybody got what they need? All right, Liz. You would like to invite Now if everybody will go inside, that's where the air conditioning and the food is, which is what everybody's looking forward to right now, I'm sure. So I'd love to invite you all inside.
It was very nice. And good time.
We're live, say hey.
Oh, tonight.
Nice, yeah.
I'm going to show you some of the history that they have pulled up on the walls, which is awesome. Just kind of scan through this really quick. This is the original Rockingham picture here.
see if I'm in any of these pictures here. Let's see.
There are lots of pictures. There's several of, oops, sorry, Bernice. Yeah, right in here. Of you and your husband.
Let's see. All right. Is that George Murphy?
Yeah. I think that's you. That's you right there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's several all around the room up there. We were trying to pull out pictures of.
They are. You guys did a good job. You look like you were having here
Hey Facebook viewers, thank you so much for tuning in today. We are so honored and blessed to be a part of the 20-year celebration for the Free Clinic of Rockingham County. As a former health educator, I have been involved in free clinics and federally qualified health centers, and it's just such a need in a community when you're trying to come back and when you have unemployment rates that are higher, and thankfully we've had that be lowered. But you know, it's because of the continued work of places like this, of volunteers like this, of doctors and nurses and health professionals and people in the community giving. We're just thankful to have their services here. It's a very important need, and it takes some of the pressure off of our other facilities. And so thank you for tuning in. We're happy to be here celebrating. I think you're going to get maybe a little tour. You might have already gotten a tour of the different areas of the free clinic, but it was just such a nice facility here. If you have any questions, I'm sure they'd be happy to answer them, and we look forward to serving you. Come out for the cruise in tonight. It's in downtown Reidsville, and we'll see you soon.